Aloha! Today is my birthday. It's been a wonderful day. Lots of great stuff happened. Old friends called out of the blue. Didn't even know it was my birthday. I went and got me a brand new Hawaiian shirt that's really beautiful, and it's in the laundry right now because it's kind of new. I'll wear it though. Right here though is what my son got me. It came from Johnny Selected Seeds, an entirely employee-owned company, and the Dustin Miser is also made in the United States. This is a modern version of the old-fashioned insecticide and fungicide dusters. We don't use them very much anymore today because most of the stuff we spray or we apply as granule or some such thing. Years ago there were a lot of insecticides and things that were dusted. Well, that's what this handles. It's an insecticide duster, and I'm going to use it against them damn Coqui frogs. Because all night long, hundreds of them next to my windows going, Coqui, 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 Coqui. And it gets to be pretty annoying. Well, they don't like lime. Soils around here are relatively acid. Occasionally the rain falls a little acid from the volcanoes, and so we have a high capacity for absorbing lime, and the frogs hate this stuff. So I'm going to be out dusting for Coqui frogs with my brand new Dustin Miser, made in the United States, found at Johnny's. Yep, a little bit of hydrated lime in this baby, or some citric acid powder, take your pick, whichever. Yes, sirree, bob. No more Coqui, Coqui, Coqui. Instead it'll be quiet. So, here we are. I got the new Duster Miser outside here today. Open up the hatch. Right here, I have a bag of hydrated lime. And I'm going to load the duster up with it. It's like flour. Messy stuff. A couple of scoops there. So, the point of all of this is Coqui frogs. Some years back, with a load of Dracaena cuttings that were brought into Puna, frog jumped ship from Puerto Rico into the Big Island, and that little son of a gun does not shut up, nor does it stop breeding. Most frogs I'm familiar with back on the mainland have their seasons, so for a little while every year they make a heck of a racket. Not this thing. It never stops. The only time it ever gets quiet is when it gets too cold in the middle of New Year's or something. Otherwise, it's out here all the time, all night long, going Coqui, 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 Coqui. And there are thousands, millions. I mean, they breed like rats. Generally speaking, I protect frogs and reptiles. That's my usual approach. But this thing is a pest. God. Plus, it eats a lot of native insects that are endangered and so on. So it really shouldn't be here, although we will never get rid of it at this point. Anyway, the county has figured out that if we use citric acid, that the citric acid affects the frogs. The acidity soaks in through their skin, it alters their body pH, and it kills them in short order. Although citric acid is kind of expensive, it burns leaves if you use too much of it on plants, and these frogs are up in the plants, okay? And I haven't found it was really that effective, personally. I've tried it. It dilutes with water is the way the county wants you to use it, and you spray the stuff. I eventually figured out when I was getting nowhere with the spray, okay? I was spraying citric acid till I knocked all the leaves off some of my plants. Frogs are still in there croaking. So I started throwing the pure powdered acid at them. That worked. Okay, they can't take that. They'll stop right in mid-croak. It'll go, Coqui, and fall out of the bush when they get hit with powdered citric acid. But that stuff is really pricey. Hydrated lime that I just loaded in this tool is much cheaper. That's a 30-pound sack for about 13 bucks. Goes a long ways, and it is every bit as effective on these frogs. Now, it is not labeled by the county, so if you're a commercial controller, you can't use it. But around the farm, it's fine. You want to use hydrated lime, go ahead. It also generally our pH here, that is the soils and sometimes even the rain, depending on the volcanoes, it can be acidic. Well, citric acid's acid too, so we're already in acid environment, and adding more acid to me makes no sense. And so this is a basic material. Lime will raise pH, which is a more desirable situation with acid that will lower it. It also doesn't burn the foliage of the plants, so that's good. So if I have to go back night after night dusting for frogs with lime, I can do it without much harm. Anyway, so this was my son's gift. It is an American-made duster. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I love it! Oh dude, that is so cool! Oh man! Out of sight! Yeah, it's frickin' awesome. Froggies beware! Bill's got the dusting micer. Beware. So I'm going to go out and about the place here and do some dusting, and I'm going to shut my camera down because I don't want it full of lime dust because the stuff's going to go everywhere. This is going to be much more economical though. Oh my goodness, yeah. When I was throwing it, you know, I was throwing like a pound of lime at a time sometimes. This is beautiful. Right now the frogs are kind of sleeping. It's daytime. Hopefully if I dust now it will affect them this evening. If not, I'll be out here after dark again with the duster and a headlamp, wandering around, dusting for the sound. It's just a very good way to control them. You hear the Coqui, you go on up and you go wham, and you get them. I hear one. A little SOB, where are you? Right here. Take that, you little frog! Got him. Happy gardening. Aloha.